Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Marvel Future Revolution. In this video, we have another beginner's guide for you, taking a look at Specialization. This is a late game hero progression mechanic that just allows you to further tailor your hero to your playstyle. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with everything Marvel Future Revolution, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Just a quick reminder, if you are watching this on my Unstable Gamer channel, I do have a second channel dedicated to the game, Unstable Gamer Marvel Gaming. The link is at the top of my Unstable Gamer channel, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. All right, so let's take a look at specializations. A few things to get into before we get into specializations is, number one, it unlocks at level 70. There is a specific story mission that you need to have completed, so go in there. If it's red, click on it. It'll tell you what you need in order to unlock specialization. Now, specialization is an end game mechanic that allows you to further customize and tailor your hero to your playstyle and how you want to play them in PvE, PvP, epic invasions, boss battles, anything else that we have coming at us in this game. But where do we get the materials for this? So let's just go out here really quick. The materials that we are going to use for these, we go to operations and raids. I'll just go into here. These are the materials that you're going to be using. You're going to be using the anti-convergium. You're going to be using flawless anti-convergium, and you're going to be using radiant anti-convergium. So you're going to be going into raids. This is going to be your primary source of farming materials in order to use towards your specialization. And it does take a while to build everything out, but you can eventually build your entire specialization out and unlock absolutely everything. But you can only select 4 active traits. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Another place that you can go for materials, you also get materials from the store. So if I go into here and I go into tokens, is it tokens? And I'm looking at my dimensional duel. Yeah, so like the flawless anti-convergium and the radiant anti-convergium, I can get in here. You can only get 1 of those per week. So I do use my dimension duel currency on those so that I can get those. I do not use it on the shattered anti-convergium. It's just a waste for me, in my opinion. Also, if you go into your alliance, by the way, I had a bunch of inactives I needed to get rid of. If you're interested in Alliance, I do have lots of room. It's just chill. We're just hanging out, having fun. No pressure. So if we go into here and we go into your Alliance shop, you're going to have opportunities for that as well. Your Flawless Anti-Convergium, Radiant Anti-Convergium, and Shattered Anti-Convergium there. So a lot of cool stuff in your Alliance shop. So there's some additional areas to get the Convergium that you need. Also, as a last resort, if you need 1 or 2 to try and hurry up and get a trait done, then you can go over into the workshop. I don't use this very often. Like I said, I only use it for a last resort, but you can go ahead and you can craft them as well. So those are the different areas. You also get some through missions and quests and things like that, so just keep an eye out for those as you're working through the game. So let's go back into specialization. One thing I suggest right off the bat is at least complete the 3 middle ones. So your attack, your health, and your defense. Getting them up to level 3 is really easy. A few things to keep in mind is that you can fail. So right here, if to go from 3 to 4, it's a 90% success rate. So I should hit that, but there's still a 10% chance that you won't. This one right here, I just attempted today. I had all the materials to do once, and it's a 75% success rate. And I lost my materials and it failed. So now I got to go and I got to do the raids in order to build up the materials so I can go ahead and try it again. That's kind of frustrating. In my mind, if you go through the game modes and if you go through the pain of farming and getting all these materials, in my opinion, it should be 100%. You should always be able to attain it no matter what. I don't know why you can't. Well, I do. I do know why you can't. But all right, so there we go. So there is a certain success rate. Now, one thing, you can go ahead and take a look at the recommended. It's going to give you some play styles over here on the right, and then what traits they recommend that you go ahead and unlock for those types of play styles. So crowd control, here's attack, Here's Survive. Now, a lot of these ones I'm using for Survive, I am going to change some things up because that first one right there increases dodge rate by 6% for 5 seconds when guard is broken. When your power level is much lower, that comes in handy, but as you get higher in your power level and later in the game, I don't have my guard broken very often. I dodge a lot. That's what helps me quite a bit. It's just the amount of dodge that I have. So I'm actually going to swap this out for something else. I do also have this one increases max dodge rate. I like that. Increases damage dealt to cocoon targets down below. I like that because I do like cocooning my enemies in PvP and Dimension Duel specifically. And we do have this other one. Recovers HP by 3.5% instantly and increases dodge rate to its max for 2 seconds upon taking fatal damage. I like that one. That's the one I'm working towards right up here. I do have some orange materials so I can start building this up as soon as I get this doggone one done. Another one that I want is this one over here. I didn't see this early on, but this one right here increases Spider Combat class skill damage by 2%. I use that skill class specifically. It's got a lot of guard break. It does some decent damage. I like that because I like breaking guard on bosses as well as PvP targets. So that is where I'm going to be working my way. And I'm actually slowly working my way up there now. But I need the pink material. And that's also what I need in order to max this up here. So I'm waiting until that's maxed. And then I'll start building up those as well. And in order to unlock those, if you don't know already, to unlock each one of these traits, you have to max out the traits around it all the way, and then you can gain access to that trait. So just something to keep in mind there as well. All right, there we go. That's what I had for you. That's the specializations. You can only have 4 active, so it's really helpful to get familiar with your tree depending on your hero and take a look at all the active traits. Look at those first. Then start building towards those that are going to help you with your playstyle. Also, when it comes to all the other traits, always get your defense traits, your hit points traits, and your attack traits. Focus on whatever your stat priorities are. Make those your priorities here in the specialization tree as well. If it's crit, if it's dodge, then you definitely want to focus on those as well as you come across those traits in those trees. Like for this one right here, crit damage. If that's a high focus for you, make sure to get that. You've also got PvP damage decrease and increase in here, so keep an eye on that. Are you focused on creating an all-around hero? Are you focused on creating one specific dominant hero, maybe in PvP, maybe in boss battles? So really kind of want to figure out what you want to do with your hero, how you want to play with that hero, and how you want to build them. So there you go, everybody. That is what I had for you. Just a few of my thoughts for the specialization tree. Very curious. What do you think about specialization? What are your favorite traits? And who's your main? I'm very interested to hear from you about that. All right, everybody. That's what I had. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.